Snap out.
What a hot old room made you feel your pants?
3, 2, 1, and we are live. Welcome, folks, to the American Movie Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Benjamin. Today we're going over a hidden gem that I found perusing Netflix, okay? This is called it's Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And this is loosely based off of an atrocious and heinous story of these three girls in Cleveland who were captured and attained and held and confined by this crazy person. And Kimmy Schmidt is loosely based off of one of those people. Kimmy Schmidt is this captive of this apocalyptic cult group who thinks that the world has just been destroyed, okay? Nothing exists at all. And there's like 3 or 4 girls in there. And there's this guy who just tells them they're stupid. They're in this big, huge container, and they're just eating refried beans all the time. And they're just like reading the same 2 books. And they're not doing anything. But these people find them in Indiana, in this hole. And now she has to live her life thinking that the entire world was a lie. And she thought everything was dead. And she has like this 8th grade education. So she is this... pretty much this naive person who's just been shoved into New York City. So that's the premise. And the intro to this is hilarious because it's unbreakable, like Dead Giveaway. Dead Giveaway is a derivative from this story. The guy who actually saved these 3 girls from Cleveland. I highly, highly recommend you watch that YouTube video if you've never seen it. It is so freaking funny. So Dead Giveaway song. It's so freaking funny. But the intro is... pretty much a spoof off of that, and it's unbreakable. So that already gets me every time. And these episodes are in short bursts. They're only 20-30 minutes, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought this was a stand-up special when I would see it and I'd be like, oh yeah, I know her, she's from The Office. And I thought she was just doing stand-up, and I didn't watch it. And then I realized there's 3 seasons of this. And it was so freaking funny. Like, the writing is hilarious in this. And the naivety of Ellie as Kimmy is just, it's so funny. And she's incredibly charming throughout this entire thing. And all of the characters have depth. Like, it is so charming. It's a charming, witty, really fun thing to watch. Like, it's just so, it was a hidden gem to me. Like, I was just blown away at this. I was like, how have I been missing this? There's 3 seasons. So it was amazing. I have high praise for this. And like, there's a few, it's similar to, there's a few cutaways. So I would say if you like Family Guy, there are similar cutaways, like how there are cutaways when they reference something, they were like, and then back in June when I went fishing, and then it would cut away for about 10-15 seconds, and you get to see the absurd scene that they'd implement, and then you come back to while they're still going about the dialogue. So it's really funny that way. And if you like Family Guy, you will like this. And it's just it's so fun. Like, it's light, and she is so bubbly, and it's just amazing. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I only finished season 1, but I'll be reviewing season 2 and 3 now because I am a big fan of this show. Like, it's really, really funny. And I never know what to expect when you jump in a big series like this, because I had no idea that this even existed, man. So Netflix has so much stuff in it. There's just so much content. It's hard to actually give it your all and like actually choose to watch something like this. And I had no idea. I heard it from a different podcast. So I hope you watch it if that sounds interesting to you. But she refers herself as to the Mole sisters, because they lived in a hole for like, I think it was like 10 years or something like that. So they live in this hole for 10 years, not even seeing the light of day, reading like 2 books, eating just canned goods, being told that they're retarded pretty much the entire time. And then she just gets shoved into New York City, and she's like, I'm going to make it. And she meets so many absurd people and creatures along the way. Like, it's just so funny, man. So I highly recommend this show. Like, it's so good. And if not, you only burned 30 minutes if you don't like it. But it is so funny to me, man. This writing was awesome. And so yeah, I highly recommend Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And there's 3 seasons, man. It's chock full of goodness. So I've done season 1, and I'll do season 2 here shortly. Black Mirror's coming up, and I'm trying to review Black Mirror as much as possible too. So I've got a bunch of stuff to watch so far. And I mean, first world problems, right? So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the description if you're going to watch this or if you've seen it and what you thought about it. So if you want to support the podcast as well, don't forget to review us on iTunes. It helps us greatly. So until next time, bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.
I've been frozen for 30 years, okay? Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Snap out. What a hot old room